Hello everyone, Athena Artiste here, finally back with my next chapter in my series on Banished with Colonial Charter 1.6 with an Adam and Eve start under very harsh conditions. I will be keeping this series going a bit longer. Things might look a little different to you because I was getting set up to do start another couple of series, and I had to go in and delete a bunch of saved game files in preparation for that, and I accidentally deleted the one that was at the end of chapter 6. So I did have to go back and replay that a bit, at least to get things back to where they were. I have my one child, yes, graduated, and someone here on the blacksmith. So some things might be a little different, like the names of some of the kids born might be a little different, but everything is pretty much exactly the way it was at the end of chapter 6. So let's get into what we're going to start. Our long-term goal from now on is going to be to get iron smelted so that we can start having some, and I'm going to put the game in motion here while I'm talking. It's getting some iron smelted so we can have better quality tools, because these rude tools or crude tools, whatever the heck that is they're called, rough tools, they just don't last very long. So we're going to get, in this episode, we should start getting our forester set up and our gatherer and so forth, so that we can get some better quality food going. And I am going to get started. Let's see, let's do this first. We're going to bring our road over here just a bit further, so it's there beyond where because this is my gatherers. See, this is where the radius is for my gatherer and so forth. So what I want to do is sort of choose halfway between that and drop in another stockpile, which I will put right in there. And I don't like huge stockpiles. If they could put that in for me. Whoops. Hit the wrong button. I want that one. There, so now they should put that one in for me. Because what I need to do actually is get them to start filling in this lake up here. Now, in some of my gameplays, no, I will not be filling in gameplays. But this one I will. I'm going to bring my road up here further. And again, put in another little stockpile up here. I might as well be doing something while I'm waiting for kids to grow up. In my other series, I was not planning to do an Adam and Eve start. I know how much everyone has appreciated that. Where'd my road go? There it is. And there we have another child, adult. So, we stop yakking so much and focus in on what we need to do here. So we've got that laid out. Let's put in our next home. And as soon as they get the foundations for that laid, I'm going to have them build both. So we can have our forester up and running. And by the end of this episode, I actually hope to have, well, the gatherer up and running, and some of these other things going. But like I said, my long-term goal will continue to be for a while, getting that smelting going for the iron ore so that they have better quality tools. And I do think in my new series I will not be doing an Adam and Eve start, simply because I feel like this is almost like watching paint dry. Sitting here waiting for kids to grow up all the time. See, I need to put that road in just a bit further, don't I? Yes, I know. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, but that's what I am, so... Once I get that up and running, I gotta get somebody down there on making more reeds, because I'm actually... I don't have that many reeds, do I? And yes, we have some feathers. And we got 10 leathers. Well, they're already up to 100. Let's just flip you over doing the survival coats for a while, burn up those feathers. And you've got enough coats made, you don't need to make some right away. Well, I'll keep an eye on you. Let's see, how are we doing? Have we got the... Oh, you do. Okay. So we're going to put one person on as builder. They'll probably build the house for us first. At least that's what I'm hoping they're going to do. Let's get the house built first, because that way we will get, again, please don't make me pronounce names. This person here, who I think is a gal, get her moved up in here with a husband, someone that's in school, and get them to start making babies. I really like to keep someone, at least one person at this point, always as a laborer, sort of as my just in case someone dies someplace sort of thing, because yes, I am having deaths, and I hate having positions go unfilled, especially the teacher position. Well, where's my person? There you are. He's 20 years old and he's still a student. Oh my. Well, hopefully he's going to be graduating soon. Okay. Now once they get the forester built, assuming I don't get someone else graduated here, so I can have 2 builders working. Nope, no babies there yet. I'm going to take them off of being builder and put them on to being forester. Because having a steady supply of wood from here on out is going to be very, very important. Okay, so... Well, let's just put you over there on that. Just have to keep it. I'm actually going to shut that down. I don't need to keep an eye on that so much anymore now. And I am going to bump this up to at least 400 for now. As I said, we're going to need a lot of wood very soon. And now that I have that done, I'm going to start getting this lake filled in. And I don't like grabbing too much of it at once, because then it seems like they're kind of running all over the place and not sure what I want them to do. I need to get this shore, and that should be enough to keep you busy for at least a little while. Because I want to make sure I have all my space that my forester, actually let's keep that open so I can see where my radius is. I want to make sure that I have my full radius for both my gatherer and my forester filled in here as quickly as I can, so when the forester's running around and planting trees for me, they're going to be doing it up here so as to fill this whole radius in. And that's why I wanted to make sure to get those little stockpiles put in, so they have some place to dump their logs and whatever else they come up with. Oh, I have a new person, and he is over here too? Wonderful. Well, he's going to go on to being a forester. And I will actually gonna put this down to just being 2, because that will be all I will be putting on there, at least for the time being. Now you got that one done. So let's finish in filling this up all the way up here. And just bring it up close there. There we go. And someone else has died. Okay. Sorry, you're going to have to come back off being forester again. There we go. Now I've got my one laborer back. And I need to start thinking, okay, this next person that's growing up. Oh, I better check. Did that empty this house? No, it did not. I still have someone there. Because that is the other thing I have to watch when people die. Make sure that their houses didn't get emptied. Or that I have someone that would be able to move in there very quickly. Because actually the next thing I want to do is I want to get someone down in here. Which means I think I'm going to need to build another house. And I don't want to do it out in here. Let's put our house right up here, because this is where I want them to go. My next, after I get my forester going, I'm going to get the shore house. So let's put a house. Oops, this one. We're going to put a house. Let's turn it this way, actually. That way I think we could tuck in 2 if need be. Okay, we're going to put that there, but we're going to put a hold on it for right now, because we don't have anyone to go there. And we'll bring our road around. Yes, I know, when we get someone to stay on builder for a while. They've got a lot of roads to build for us, don't they? Okay, put the game back in motion. And let's see how we doing up here. That'll actually get us quite a bit of wood, clearing this out. And let's bring this all the way back up now. There. Now once they get things that far, again, something I'm going to be working on while we're waiting for kids to grow up. Is I'm going to start laying in my path for where I'm going to be putting in my ore, my quarries and mines and so forth. Yes, and I do plan on using this the updated version of the renewable resources for some things, but I will be using some of the traditional mines, as I said, because I have that lovely mountain there, and it just seems a waste to ignore it. Well, come on, folks. Zoom in. Seems if I zoom in like this, they run around faster. I don't know if that's just my imagination. Well, I think it's true. Oh, look at all that lovely Got some food there, everything. You see, my forester is hard at work. We've already got up to almost 200 logs again. Of course, it helps having cleared these out. And like I said, I need to get this done, so they're going to start putting trees over there for me. But with only one right now, I really like to have at least 2 people on a forester. Because what I'm actually going to do eventually is put in one of the dense foresters up in here. Because this is where I think I will set in my first sort of trading zone, if you will. I'll set in my regular sawmill and some of my traders. Again, very long-term planning. Come on, folks, run around faster. That must be a kid. No, we're up to having 4 kids and 4 students. Once I get a few more people up in here, I think I actually will drop and keep it a small school up in here, so that whenever these kids are going to school, they won't have so far to go to get educated. I've actually found that very useful. I've tried it out in some of my other games, and it does work amazingly well in reducing the amount of time that kids go to school. But I don't have quite enough people yet to support all that, so eventually. Actually, I think I'm running out of time here for this episode. So, let's bring back down here. Let's actually finish up our dock walk around here of the barn. I want a 2-piece for there. There. And this. One of the other things I've discovered is a little disconcerting, but I suppose it does make sense because there are all these supports under here for the dock. Your trader boats don't like to go underneath the docks. I'm not sure about that quite yet, if that's just my imagination or not. But it is an observation, so I'm voicing it. Okay. In our time that we have remaining, we'll see how far we can get with this. We're going to start, first of all, we want to flatten this little kind of divot we have here, right here. And I'm going to start flattening, well, a fair amount of this mountain. Because when you go to put in a mine in the mountain, you cannot put one where there are these trees on top. So I will actually change, okay, got that done really fast, thank you. I'm going to change to this one, and I'm going to try to find where are all of those trees. And this is going to be, again, I strongly recommend, excuse me, saving your game if you're unsure of how to do this, because you're going to have some, especially if you want to rescue as much as you can, make of the usable mountain. Let's spin it around here so we can see. That one there I think I can harvest. It's low enough. But those need to come out. And But this is what I found works best, is you. And I still haven't gotten that thing. I've got a tree floating in midair. Okay, so where was he sighted? Sometimes you tend to miss little spots in here. I'll go back. There we go. Now I got it. Must have been a square in there that I missed. And I have more floating trees. Oh, and I got another child. Okay, so let's put them on the forester. So now we have 2 there. And we're going to have to get them to start working on this home here that we've put in. And let them work on that while I'm still carving up my mountain. Because I'm actually going to try to do this so I can show it to you that I could actually fit in 2 regular mines if I wanted to. I won't be actually doing those. Let's see, let's straighten things around. I get a little confused as to where things are going. Oh, now you laid in the foundation, but I don't have somebody to act as builder. Okay. Because I thought I could get enough of this. This is my forester and gatherer and everything over here area. I need to flatten some of that, but preserve it. So let's see. No, I don't want to go up. That's where that stopped. We're just going to grab a big swatch of that area and select that for flattening. And I think I've run over my time limit here. So I think I'm going to be bringing this chapter to a close at this point. But we've made some good progress. We have our forester set up and running. And we're working on getting the shore house up and running. But that's going to be it for this chapter. So thanks for watching, and see you again, hopefully sooner, next time. Bye for now.